Hey guys, welcome back to Popverse. Today, we're diving into episode 7 of Resident Playbook. If you haven't seen the earlier episodes, you'll find the links in the description. Now, let's get right into the story. The episode opens with Ki-Yeon, who is mentoring a new intern. He begins talking about G1, the wing where our 4 main residents work. As he speaks, we get glimpses of Jangmin, Juno, Leung, and Namkyung, each busy dealing with patients in different departments, showcasing their skills and teamwork. Nearby, Jangmin talks to Jang Mo, expressing her opinion that Ki-Yeon would be a great addition to the OB/GYN department. She's clearly impressed by his work. Cut to Leung with her fellow residents during rounds. She notices Namkyung's bag and teases her, asking if it's a new one. Namkyung admits it is, but Leung comments that it's not her style. Namkyung fires back, saying Leung doesn't understand real bag taste. Suddenly, both get paged. Namkyung receives a call from Ki-Yeon and heads out. Leung curiously tries on Namkyung's bag when she leaves. On the way, Namkyung runs into Jangmin, who brings up Ki-Yeon again, saying he seems interested in OB/GYN and Namkyung should talk to him. Namkyung agrees to try. Meanwhile, Ki-Yeon checks a patient chart and enters the room, asking if her name is In-soon. She nods. In-soon is a soldier. Ki-Yeon gently informs her that she has cancer. Shocked, she says she had no idea. But Ki-Yeon insists the results confirm it. Just then, Dr. Kyung from Hospital Playlist, yes, that Kyung arrives. He seems to know In-soon personally and asks what happened. Ki-Yeon explains, but In-soon is in disbelief. Namkyung rushes in, checks the file, and realizes it's a case of mistaken identity. The patient with cancer is Mi-soon, not In-soon. Kyung scolds both of them harshly, asking which department they're from. Namkyung apologizes and pulls Ki-Yeon aside, warning him to be more careful. Ki-Yeon, however, is just happy she didn't yell at him like Leung once did. Later, JL is called repeatedly by a senior doctor, but hasn't even examined the patient. He starts to feel like he's being picked on without reason. In another part of the hospital, an anesthesiologist gets annoyed with Leung, saying she's called him unnecessarily for the 5th time. She apologizes. The patient had been screaming. Then the patient screams again, and they rush back in. We then meet In-soon's son, who confides in the doctors that if his mother finds out about the cancer, she'll never agree to surgery. He explains 2 women in their neighborhood had died after surgeries. The doctors promise to keep it a secret. Later, the whole team has dinner at a restaurant. Afterward, Leung takes her usual shortcut home. Dawn sees her and expresses concern. The alley is dark and unsafe. She insists it's faster. At her home, we see her sister and brother-in-law, who are hiding fertility food they were secretly eating. Leung arrives, and they pretend like nothing's going on. That night, Leung eats the food and Dawn walks in, surprised she knew. She jokes about how she figured it out. Dawn suggests they go out to eat next time. Leung excitedly agrees until Dawn remembers he has a 3-day vacation. We find Dawn at the hospital later, still working. Ki-Yeon and Yi-hee both approach him at different times, asking for help while also surprised he's not on vacation. Dawn helps without complaint. In another case, Ki-Yeon wrongly applies medical tape on a patient. Namkyung corrects him and shows him the right way. Later, a patient praises Namkyung, thinking she fixed the mistake, though Ki-Yeon had done the original tape. Ki-Yeon tries to speak up, but Junmo cuts him off and congratulates Namkyung. Meanwhile, Sabi fights with another doctor to make space for a newborn. When the doctor walks off, Sabi brings the baby in anyway. Leung tries to book in or for a C-section, but is repeatedly denied. She convinces Jisuk to make space. As they eat lunch, Dawn tells the team his flight is booked and no one should bother him. Ki-Yeon visits In-soon again and talks her through the surgery. At first, she refuses, scared, but Ki-Yeon is honest and sincere. She agrees, saying she likes his honesty, but only if he stays with her through the operation. The doctors agree. Leung gets word that a baby is coming. With no help available, she takes charge. Everyone rallies around her, but she panics. She has to perform the C-section herself. As she hesitates, Don walks in and guides her. With his help, the surgery is successful. The baby is healthy, and Ki-Yeon emotionally hugs Jisuk. Don watches and feels a little jealous. At the same time, Insoon's surgery happens. Afterward, Kyung avoids a task by joking her hands are too hot from the surgery. Later, Ji-dong, Kyung's ex, messages her. She meets him and learns his mom fell. After checking with Young, she assures him his mom is fine. They start talking about their past. Ji-dong says she kept messaging him, wanting to patch things up. But he says he won't call again, it was a one-time thing. As he leaves, Kyung cries quietly. Ki-Yeon sees her, smiles, and she snaps, "What's so funny?" Finally, Jang-min thanks Don for assisting with the surgery and asks what he's doing here. Wasn't he supposed to be on vacation? He says he overslept and missed it. Later, Ki-Yeon messages Don to bring her a drink. But instead of Don, Jong-suk shows up with an umbrella, praises her work, and invites her to dinner. Don sees the two from afar, and the episode ends. We'll be back with episode 8 tomorrow. Until then, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.